Okay, everyone, welcome. It's so wonderful to have you with us today. Whether you have been following EchoVision from the beginning or just join our community, thank you for your support. Today's webinar has three parts. First, we'll share more details about EchoVision Pioneers Edition, where the product stands, why we're launching the Pioneers Edition, and how you can be part of shaping its future. Second, you'll hear directly from beta users about their experience. Third, we'll move into Q&A. We'll start with questions from the pre-webinar survey and then take live questions from you. If you'd like to submit a live question, please use the Q&A button in the Zoom. Hey, Kevin, could you give a quick walkthrough on how to navigate Zoom and pose their questions?
Yes, of course. So if anyone's on like a desktop, whether it be Mac or Windows, you can tab to the Q&A option. And then if you press enter on it, or with VoiceOver, you press Control Option Space to activate it. And there's an option to select pop in, and in there you would select question. And then if you're on a mobile device like iOS or Android, you would most likely swipe to the right until you find the Q&A option and double tap on it. And there should be a text field where you can double tap on the text field to be able to type your question and press send. And that we'll be able to take those questions towards the end after the pre-submitted questions.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Wow, actually, I just realized I forgot to introduce ourselves. Kevin is Chief Visionary and Evangelist of Agiga, and my name is Xiaoran. I'm the CEO of Agiga. Okay, now let's begin with part one. So everything you need to know about EchoVision Pioneers Edition. We've prepared a short recording with Cassie to walk you through the program.
And
What's ready today?
Just to clarify, Cassidy's I think generated using Google AI Studio.
She is an AI generated voice assistant, and we'll talk about what's ready today, what's coming next, and how you can participate.
Our mission has always been to empower blind and low vision people through technology that truly makes a difference in daily life. To be honest, the current version of our product isn't yet perfect. The software still needs refinement. And recently we discovered a new battery with higher energy density. It delivers a much longer battery life without adding weight. From our engineering perspective, that's a big breakthrough. Initially, we planned to wait until every detail met our high standard. But then two things happened. Our beta users told us that even with small bugs, EchoVision was already helping them in meaningful ways. And we received hundreds of requests from people asking to join the beta test. So we made a decision. Instead of holding back, we're releasing the EchoVision Pioneers Edition so that people who truly want to use it can start now while we continue improving the experience. The Pioneers Edition is your opportunity to be among the very first to use our smart glasses in real life. It's fully functional, but not the final version. Some features, such as reading mode and live AI, are launching in beta, which means you'll get early access and your feedback will help us improve faster. There are special benefits for Pioneers. When our next hardware upgrade rolls out with 50% more battery capacity, you'll receive it free of charge. You can request a refund anytime. Within 30 days, your upgraded device is delivered. And by using EchoVision for at least 30 minutes a day and sharing feedback, you'll directly shape its evolution. We see our pioneers not just as early adopters, but as partners who help us build the world's most advanced smart glasses made with, by, and for the blind and low vision community. Now let's talk about what's ready today. When you put on the glasses, a single tap gives you a scene description of what's around you. You can speak naturally and hear responses through the built-in speakers. The glasses work as a Bluetooth headset and can also connect to an external Bluetooth speaker. You can make Aira calls to Aira agents. You can also make Be My Eyes, calls to reach volunteers for visual assistance. EchoVision can already read large text under good lighting, such as letters, books, and simple documents. You can control volume and shortcuts using the touchpad, and the system automatically wakes up when you put the glasses on. These capabilities are reliable and practical for daily use. Some features are still developing. Reading under low light or with small fonts is not yet ideal. Live AI, a feature lots of people love, is powerful but can sometimes misinterpret what it sees. Wake word detection, facial recognition, and face registration are still in the final refinement. Control of phone calls and music, summoning Siri or Google Assistant, and connecting to third-party hearing aids work in basic form but may have bugs. Our team is refining these continuously, and software updates will roll out regularly. Here are a few common questions regarding EchoVision Pioneer Edition. The EchoVision Pioneers Edition is available to the first 300 people who pre-order and opt in by October 10th. Devices will ship in batches based on pre-order sequence. If you prefer to wait, you'll receive your device when the upgraded version is ready in a few months. The main difference between the current hardware and upgraded versions is battery life. The new hardware will increase capacity by 50% or more, extending use time for Live AI, Aira, and Be My Eyes. Refunds are available for all Pioneers Edition items, including accessories and lenses. You pay the initial shipping cost, and a Giga covers all subsequent shipping, including the return and delivery of your upgraded device. To settle payment, simply complete the survey in the last newsletter, and we'll send a payment link to your email starting from today. When your EchoVision package arrives, here's what you'll find inside. The smart glasses themselves, ready to wear, with prescriptions if you order them. A charging case, free for pre-order customers. A pair of magnetic clip-on sunglasses, also free for pre-order customers. A USB-C cable for charging. 3 pairs of nose pads in small, medium, and large sizes. A manual with Braille and QR code linking to the digital guide. And a cleaning cloth. Everything is designed to be simple, accessible, and ready to use out of the box. As lots of you know, for our pre-order supporters, we have additional perks. Besides a free charging case, a free pair of magnetic sunglasses, you'll receive a free lifetime subscription for the life of your device. It's our way of saying thank you for believing in us early. Before we close, I want to say thank you. EchoVision has always been more than just a device. It's a collaboration between innovators, testers, and users who share one mission: to make the world more visible and more inclusive. The Pioneers Edition is our invitation for you to walk alongside us, to explore, to test, and to shape what comes next. Every bit of feedback and every minute of use helps us improve for everyone. Thank you for being part of this journey. We can't wait to see what you discover and how EchoVision fits into your everyday life.
Okay, thank you, Cassidy. And thank you, our customers. Hope you enjoy this recording. Now let's come to part 2. We are going to have a mini panel with Kevin and several beta users. They'll share real examples how they use EchoVision in their day-to-day life.
Awesome. Thank you, Sharon. And thank you for all our amazing folks who've supported our EchoVision, our Giga mission to power every life and to make a product that's helpful and useful. And we've invited a few of our beta testers to share their kind of brief story and testimony around EchoVision. Some of these beta testers have been using it for at least a month or so. And the questions we have for them are to kind of share a brief kind of story or their brief bio as far as it relates to kind of their blindness, technology, and AI and kind of wearables. And then how has EchoVision empowered their life and what have they found particularly useful or helpful? So we have a few of them on. Sharon, are they Amy, Mike Forzano, Mike Hinkson, and Terry Turlaw all unmuted?
I invited them to talk,
Okay.
but I guess they also need to unmute themselves.
Cool. So whoever wants to go first, feel free to share kind of just within a couple minutes who you are, how has EchoVision powered your life, and a useful or helpful feature or user experience.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? This is Amy.
Yes. Hey, Amy.
Okay, sure. I will start. So my name is Amy Liu, and I live in the Bay Area, and I'm a single mom with a 11-year-old kid. So my life is quite busy around the house and going to different activities with my son. And I am totally blind, so I don't have any vision at all. And I have been using the EchoVision glasses for a while now, and I also have used other competitors in the past. So I have some experiences with all these AI glasses, and I'll say that the EchoVision has helped me a lot in terms of making my life more independent, because I like to go to farmers market. I also have little homestead projects. I like to incubate my own quails and ducks, and I've been using the EchoVision glasses to read digital displays, and I also have used it to, when I go to farmers market, I use it to shop, and it helps me identify items and read mails. And just like everybody who are blind can relate, that we use all the different tools to help us to live more of an independent life. So I can tell you a little more about myself and how I use my glasses later, but this is just a short introduction of how EchoVision glasses have helped me achieve my independence.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Amy. Either Mike Hinkson or Forzano. I'm going to go next then, Terry.
Sure. I'm Mike Hinkson. I am a New York Times bestselling author, a keynote speaker, and most people know me because I was in the World Trade Center on September 11th, 2001. Because of that, I do a lot of traveling, and I've been involved with assistive technology ever since helping the National Federation of the Blind and Ray Kurzweil develop the original Kurzweil reading machine back in the 1970s. And I have been using smart glasses and other kinds of glasses as long as basically they've been around, since helping bring Ira to market, and then dealing with other products since then, including having purchased one of the Meta glasses, the Meta Ray-Ban glasses. And I have found that the EchoVision product has really made a significant difference and a leap forward in terms of not only usability, but efficiency of use and so on. I had an interesting experiment I wanted to try, and I did it yesterday. I have a trash pickup here on Monday, and the trash can, once they put the trash in the truck, was always placed back by the curb, but it isn't always exactly at the right place. So I decided I would not only use the EchoVision glasses to try to find the trash can, but also the other issue is that I know that the trash has been emptied from the can if, when I find it, the lid is open, because they have to obviously open the lid to get the trash out. Anyway, I went down and started looking yesterday, and my gosh, not only did the unit identify, the EchoVision identify the container as a large container, and the second time I did it, it said a trash container. Actually, it said an open trash container. It could tell when the trash can was open or not. I had not ever seen that happen anywhere before. Optically, that was pretty cool. I really enjoyed that. And that's going to make life a lot easier for me in a lot of ways. I've used EchoVision to read recipes and to do other things in the house. I've not used it a lot yet in the time that I've had it with travel, because most of my flight connections have been too close for me to really be able to experiment with it. But I plan on doing some work around airports to see if it can directly help me find gates. That'll be another adventure that we'll be having over the next few weeks. I think that's enough to start with for now, but I will definitely say that I totally and wholeheartedly endorse EchoVision and what's happening and look forward to working with the product going forward.
Excellent. Thank you, Michael Hinkson. Mike Forzano or Terry Turlow?
Sure, I can go. Hi, my name
Thanks.
is Mike Forst. Sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. Hi, my name is Mike Forzano. I am from New York City, and I'm also totally blind and have been doing a lot of stuff with AI. I've used other glasses. I work as a software engineer, so I do a lot of AI in my work as well. And I particularly love traveling, so I've been using the EchoVision glasses for the last several weeks and have used them a lot for travel, and they've been really great. So I wanted to share one cool story that I have. A couple of weeks ago, I decided to go check out a jazz festival that was happening in a park in a neighborhood I'd never been to in New York City. And I put on the glasses, and as I was walking down the street with the live AI going, it was actually reading all of the signage that I was passing. And, keep in mind, I was looking forward, I was looking straight ahead. But the EchoVision glasses have this wide angle camera, and it was able to read all these signs without me even turning my head in that direction. So, even in my own neighborhood, I experienced this. I was walking down the street and it read a sign that said grand opening, and I was like, oh wow, I wonder what's opening. I asked my girlfriend later on, and she told me that it was a laundromat, which was a little bit disappointing. I was hoping that it would be a new restaurant or something like that. But hey, I feel like every time I go out, into the neighborhood, I learn something new based on the signage that it's picking up, which has been really awesome. But back to the jazz festival story. When I arrived there, I sort of walked down this path, into the park, and I heard the music playing, and it was loud, so I wasn't sure how far I was from the stage, where people were sitting, that sort of thing. So, I asked it to sort of describe the scene, and based on its response, I said, are people sitting? It said people were sitting on the grass. I said, are people sitting on the side closer to the stage? And it said, yes, there's people sitting closer to the stage. So, I therefore decided to sit down on that side of the grass. And I feel like without that information, sure, I could have found someone to ask, but it would have taken longer. This sort of allowed me to get the information quickly, get an idea of what was going on in sort of a very loud, not chaotic exactly, but a situation where as somebody who's totally blind and also hard of hearing, I didn't totally know what was going on and what I should do. So that was really amazing. I also wanted to quickly comment on the single tap to sort of take a picture and get a description of the scene, the current scene. It's not the live AI, it's sort of a snapshot. And the level of detail that you get out of that, I've used all the tools out there, all the AI apps, Be My Eyes, Seeing AI, so on and so forth. The level of detail that you get with this is really unmatched. Describing facial expressions, how the person looks. I was just really amazed by that. And I was trying it this morning. I was trying it to look at a picture on the wall that I wasn't sure what the picture was, and it described all the people in the picture and, their facial expressions, the mood of the photo, and so on and so forth. It's really cool. So overall, I really enjoyed testing these glasses, giving the team feedback, and they just have so much potential. And really encourage everyone to get excited about it because they're really a step forward for us.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike Forzano. And now, Terry.
This is Terry. I apologize for the background noise. I'm waiting on a ride, but I have really gotten a lot from these glasses. I'm retired and my time is my own. I was sitting in my backyard wondering if my neighbor was home, and I looked toward their backyard where their carport is, and the car was not under the carport. I could not have known that. I was waiting for a ride on another day on my front porch, which is pretty far from the street, and I asked the glasses if they saw a car in front of my house. They did. It was my ride. This morning, I was using the live AI mode waiting in a doctor's office, and it was phenomenal. I saw this whole procession of events that I would never have known about. People walking up. It identified where the receptionist counter and window was, and I saw people walking up to that window. I saw people walking down corridors toward me. I saw people writing, filling in their forms. The level of detail was phenomenal, and I've gotten so much. It connects really easily to personal hotspot on an iPhone. I would assume it would on another device, but for sure on the iPhone, it's just seamless. And I have just gotten so much joy and information from these glasses. If there's a chance later, I will say more, but that kind of sums up how pleasant and how much these glasses have contributed to my life as I beta tested them. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Terry. And thank you for our 4 beta testers. Terry, if you want to go ahead and mute, I appreciate your feedback, or Sean, if you can. I guess just kind of wanted to say a couple of comments. So all of our beta testers, all their testimonies, their story that they provided are their own words and kind of unscripted from their own impressions and insights. And they all did the pre-order, which is also a requirement for anyone who's interested in Pioneers Edition. So they put their own money down to get the pre-order, which was a requirement for beta testing. And as you can see, they're sharing their own time and energy to make themselves available. And we had the whole range from personal, professional to just kind of outdoor and kind of cooking experiences. And so wanted to kind of bring the real world kind of in the field experience of EchoVision, so folks can have a sense of the excitement and passion that people are having who've been the opportunity to be able to use it in their day-to-day life. And so yeah, thank you so much to Amy, Michael Hinkson, Mike Forzano, and Terry. Appreciate your time. And cool. And now we'll go ahead and move on to the pre-submitted questions. That when we sent out the last newsletter, we had 3 different links. One of them being the form to provide your shipping details if you're interested in Pioneers Edition, lens type, and also if anyone who's not interested in Pioneers Edition, it is also still required to fill out this form if you're wanting to get your EchoVision early next year once we have the new hardware with the extra capacity battery. So regardless of Pioneers Edition or the final shipping version, everyone who has pre-ordered needs to fill out the form. And of course, if you registered, you're here, and we also had a link to submit questions. So we're going to go through those pre-submitted questions. And Sharon.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Kevin, and thanks to our beta testers. Now, let's get questions answers for people who submit them pre the webinar.
So let's start with questions around Pioneers Edition. First, with program and eligibility. How and when will I be notified if I'm accepted into the EchoVision Pioneers Edition?
You'll receive an email this week confirming your acceptance into the Pioneers program and next steps for payment.
There is an NDA agreement, correct, when testing the Pioneer version?
No, an NDA is not required to participate in the Pioneers program.
Are there really only 300 Pioneer Edition glasses available? How long is the wait for the revised hardware?
Yes, we're initially offering 300 units. The upgraded hardware is planned for release in Q1 next year.
I understand shipments will be phased with priority for deposit holders. However, I paid in full later. Will I have equal priority?
The deposit system was designed to show appreciation for early supporters who committed before our prototypes were released. We understand the concern, and our goal is to make the product available to everyone as quickly as possible, regardless of payment stage.
Then there are questions about shipping and upgrades of the Pioneers Edition. As far as the phased rollout shipping of the Pioneers Edition starting on October 29th, Does this include anyone who pre-ordered and paid the $99 deposit, including those outside the USA? I'm in Canada.
Customers who pre-ordered with a $99 deposit can join the Pioneer program. Simply complete the order details form and submit the remaining payment through the link provided. The initial shipment will be shipped to the US and Canada, so you'll be good.
When can I expect shipment of the upgraded glasses if I choose to wait?
The upgraded version is expected to ship in Q1 2026.
If I accept the current version, will I receive the upgraded version by mail?
Yes, the upgraded device will be shipped to you in Q1 2026.
If we receive the Pioneer version and later the free hardware upgrade, does that void the lifetime subscription?
No, your lifetime subscription remains valid for the life of your upgraded hardware.
I chose dark brown for the tint, but I wasn't sure what the extreme dark brown would be like. If I'm a Pioneer and want to change the tint of the glasses when I get the upgraded pair, will that be allowed?
Yes. By default, your upgraded pair will have the same lens tint as your original order. However, you can request a different tint before the upgraded device ships. Just let us know your preference.
As a Pioneer, will I have to be added to the beta for the Android app?
You will not be required to join the beta for the Android app or iOS app. We will release the app in public when the product launches, and you can just download it from the App Store or Google Play. However, you can join the beta as an option to have an even earlier access to the software release compared with other Pioneers.
What will I need to do in the app once I get the upgraded final release of the glasses?
You'll simply need to disconnect or forget the Pioneer one and pair your upgraded glasses. All your settings and preferences will carry over.
Once the final revision of the glasses is out, how often should we expect updates? Monthly, quarterly, several times a year?
We plan to release updates monthly for the first 6 months after launch and may move to a slower but steady cadence based on user feedback and product improvements.
How, when, and where do we submit feedback?
We'll send surveys by email to collect structured feedback. You can also report issues directly through the glasses or via the mobile app.
Will it be possible to assign another wake-up name besides Agiga? Maybe a personal option such as Echo, Buddy, Jimmy, or Fred?
At launch, the wake word will be Agiga only. We plan to introduce customizable wake words in a future software update next year.
I'm hoping a fair amount of focus and testimonials is going to be spent on the live AI feature. It seems this has the potential to distinguish you from your competitors, and in speaking with blind colleagues of mine, it's the element arousing the most interest, excitement, and curiosity. A longer demo in a real-world environment, i.e. walking down a street, would be very helpful.
Thank you for your enthusiasm about EchoVision's live AI feature. We'll be sharing more demonstrations soon, including real-world outdoor scenarios. You're welcome to follow us on Facebook, Google Group, or subscribe to a Geeka YouTube channel.
Can EchoVision glasses describe an approaching intersection or identify the color of traffic lights?
EchoVision's AI can describe environments, but with a short delay. It's not recommended for time-sensitive navigation, such as crossing streets or identifying traffic light colors.
Now it's questions around hardware, battery, and connectivity. What is the expected battery life on the Pioneer version?
Battery life depends on usage. For light activities like music playback or occasional scene descriptions, it lasts up to 6 hours. For intensive tasks like live AI or error calls, it may last around 30 minutes before needing a recharge. With the hardware upgrade, this time will be greatly expanded.
Can I charge the battery while using the glasses with an external power brick?
You can use a power bank or the enclosed charging case to power the glasses while using them, a unique EchoVision feature. However, we don't recommend using them while plugged into a wall outlet for safety reasons.
If I'm not using Bluetooth in the glasses, can I disable it to save battery?
Bluetooth consumes very little power, so disabling it won't make a significant difference. When not in use, the glasses automatically enter sleep mode to conserve battery.
Is there a plan to not require a Wi-Fi hotspot to use AI features? Other smart glasses appear to use Bluetooth between the glasses and the phone, then the phone's data plan for advanced AI features.
Wi-Fi connectivity is one of EchoVision's unique advantages. It provides up to 10 times faster data transfer and quicker responses while reducing dependency on your phone while at home. That said, we've heard feedback from users who prefer Bluetooth-only connectivity. We plan to add this option early next year so you can use AI features without activating a mobile hotspot.
Okay, let's come to part
Some
two.
people still have some general questions about EchoVision, Let's answer these now. When will the EchoVision app be available on iOS? The iOS app will be released alongside the product's shipment on October 29. Will EchoVision integrate with the iOS Cash Reader app to recognize world currencies, including Malaysian currency? EchoVision is an open platform designed to support popular accessibility apps. Currently, it supports Era and Be My Eyes. Cash Reader integration is not yet available, but some users successfully use EchoVision's built-in AI feature to identify bills. Can the app be used with the phone's camera instead of the glasses? That depends on whether the app developer supports external camera switching. Unless the app itself offers this option, EchoVision can't override it. For personal feedback, can I access my history of conversations in the app to improve my prompting? Yes, you can view your chat history in the app and choose whether to keep or delete it. You have full control over your history settings. Will a manual be provided with the Pioneers Edition, and in what formats? Yes, each Pioneers Edition will include a printed manual with Braille and a QR code linking to the digital guide. We'll also send the digital manual link to your email for easy access. Do you have different sizes of frames? We currently offer one frame size, but each pair includes 3 sizes of nose pads: small, medium, and large, for better comfort and fit. A smaller frame size is under planning and will be released in Q2 next year as the earliest. Next, international availability. Is the Pioneers Edition limited to US customers? I'm based in South Africa and pre-ordered. Do I qualify? The Pioneers Edition currently ships to the US and Canada only. For customers outside these regions, we recommend waiting for the upgraded hardware release next year. You mentioned that international users may experience slower support as you review country-specific regulations. If I use a US forwarding address, will the device and app still work internationally? Yes, you can use a US forwarding address and the glasses will function normally once received. With that said, we haven't conducted overseas beta testing yet, so some regions may experience higher latency or reduced connectivity performance compared to the US. But please be aware, the Pioneers Edition are for US and Canada customers only. Last but not least, let's come to privacy and security. If I use the glasses to read confidential information, such as financial or medical documents, is the data stored locally or encrypted for privacy? We take privacy very seriously. All data is encrypted during transmission, and we never sell or share user information. You can also choose whether to save your chat history. Some processing occurs in the cloud to enable advanced AI features. If you prefer complete offline privacy, we recommend not using the device for sensitive content.
Okay, that's the end of the recording. Hope you enjoy it. It's actually one of our customers' idea who suggested in last webinar to use AI to generate some content for the webinar, and I hope you enjoy it. Now let's move to the questions posted in the webinar right now. So I'll read the questions and Kevin will provide responses.
Yeah, as a quick reminder, anyone on using desktop, you can tab to the question and answer option and press enter, voice or control option space, and then type your question, press return or enter. And then for any mobile device user, iOS or Android, you can swipe right to the question and answer, the Q&A option, double tap and type in your question. And those are the questions we're going to be answering now.
Okay, here's a question. I think this question, the first question is partially answered when will we get to find out if we were among the first 300 chosen to receive the Pioneer Edition?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're going to be sending out a link to all those pioneers within the first 300 to request the final payment information, any balance due. If, for example, if you did the $99 deposit, and also for the shipping and tax information. So look out for that email link within later today. And if you don't, yeah, so that's how you know and when.
yeah, I guess the question also includes who will receive the first batch of glasses shipped October 29th.
So anyone who has pre-ordered and also who's expressed interest in the Pioneers Edition and is among the first 300.
Yeah, and as to like who are the first 10 or the first 50, it depends on what time you pre-ordered. It's first come first. People who pre-ordered earlier will receive glasses sooner than other people who pre-ordered later. Okay, next question is how long will it take to arrive to the user after being shipped? So we'll be using standard shipping and we expect it to arrive within a week for the first batch. But we do send out in batches, and the order batch is dependent on the order you pre-order. Okay, the second question is our favorite, and it's your favorite, Kevin. How do EchoVision glasses compare to other smart glasses?
I think, yeah, thanks for that question, Sharon. Kind of our beta testers who were here earlier, kind of describing them using other AI smart glasses and wearables. And I think the main thing is just it's really much more efficient, more effective, and much more detailed and descriptive and the information it provides. And it really is about being useful and helpful and empowering our lives.
Okay, let me add a little bit more to the specifics. So compared with Meta Ray-Ban, EchoVision has a few differences. First, we are built for the blind and low vision community. We design with accessibility first. For our AI, we say what is seen. We do not do filtering or censorship. And third, we have a dedicated AI button just for you. With just one press of the button, it will do the scene description for you without having to ask it in public. No more embarrassment when talking to it. And fourth, our camera is extra wide. It's 50% more horizontal coverage compared with Meta Ray-Ban's camera. And beyond those, we have a dedicated reading mode, and we have extra charging option that allows you to charge through USB-C while using the product. And we can also support external Bluetooth devices, including headphones and Bluetooth hearing aids down the road. So that's what's Meta. And there are other recent released smart glasses. However, no matter who they are, we firmly believe EchoVision is the only one that made ways by and for the blind and low vision community. It's the best smart glasses for the blind and low vision people. Hope this answered your question. So next question is, I'm a TikToker. Can I use the glasses to record videos and post them?
Yes, we're still working on kind of details like that as far as being able to record video and photos, but the functionality is available and you would be able to access the media you recorded from the glasses within the EchoVision companion app and then share it to TikTok and other social media or friends and family.
Yeah, it'll be as if you use your phone to record videos and post them. Our recording, you will be able to save our recordings to your phone, to your phone's photo and video albums, and then do whatever you want with them. And next question is, will we receive a manual explaining how to pair the glasses with the iPhone?
Yes, there's going to be accessible documentation for getting started and user manual in different formats, as we mentioned, both print, QR code, linking to digital like Word doc or HTML websites, as well as Braille upon request. So be a variety of different formats, but it's also pretty self-explanatory and meant to be pretty easy and accessible. Can kind of get it set up and paired within like 30 seconds or pretty efficiently.
Okay, here's a question. I'm going to answer this one because it's very interesting. When did you decide to ship to Canada? Or was that an AI mistake? Because previously we were saying we're going to ship to US only. But yes, we're happy to announce when we ship, we're officially shipping to Canada as well as our first international expansion. And for Pioneer Edition, people in Canada who pre-orders are able to apply for this program. So yes, we are shipping to Canada. So next question, will glasses do foreign language translation? For example, German to English? Kevin?
So we officially don't support that, but for example, Mike, our advisor, he's had the EchoVision test device for I think like August or kind of a couple months now, and he's taken it to like Mexico and Europe, and he's had it even in 3G places without 4G or 5G connectivity, able to have signage translated. And while we don't officially have done like a thorough beta testing in kind of other parts of the country, I was in last month I was in Korea, South Korea, and was able to use it to translate the different signage there, and it worked very well. So unofficially, yes, but we haven't put our focus and attention into translation as a key feature.
Okay, next question. Will Era and Be My Eye integration be direct, or will another program be required?
Yeah, so that we have direct connection with Be My Eyes and Ira. So with voice command, you can interact with the Giga AI and ask it to call Ira, the human agent, or call Be My Eyes volunteer. And yeah, we've worked with both of them to make sure for like a direct connection without any like handoffs or a kind of handshake with third-party things like WhatsApp that people may be familiar with from other products.
Okay, next question. They want to see more about 30 minutes usage per day for feedback. Is that a guideline or requirement in some way? So let me answer this one. It's a guideline because we want our pioneers to join the shipping of the future, the product, and you need to use it to be able to find issues or provide feedback. Otherwise, maybe it's better for you to wait, right? It's not a requirement, but it's highly recommended. If you're not going to use it actively, if you're not so eager to get this in your hands, it's okay to wait.
Yeah, it's not a hard requirement. It's more of a suggestion or kind of a best practice that if you think you're able to make use of it at least 30 minutes a day, or if for whatever reason you find it's not working or you're not finding empowering or helpful or useful in your life kind of after you even receive it, thinking that you'll use for at least 30 minutes a day, then we would like to just understand what is it that we need to improve or how we can make it better to be able to better integrate or kind of be a part of your life. Because really EchoVision from the beginning has we've designed it and built it in a way to be like a AI sided companion to kind of assist or provide that audio description or kind of read off text or describe what people look like and identify things in the visual world that us blind people live in.
Okay, next question is funny. I'm paid in full. Do I get a good spot in line? So like whether you get a good spot depends on what time you did the pre-order. And also if you sign up to be in the pioneering program before October 10th, which is 2-3 days away. I have to say right now, we still have room for people to join. And if you already sign up, very likely you are going to be accepted into the program. And next question, what is the cost of the Pioneer Edition glasses, especially for people who order prior to October 10th? Kevin, want to take this one?
Yeah, so there's been some of kind of responding to different communication folks that have reached out. I think this is a good time to clarify this. The Pioneers Edition isn't like a different product or a different item altogether. It's the same EchoVision that everyone has heard about, read about, or experienced, whether it be virtually or physically. And it's the same one that people have pre-ordered, the Pioneers Edition. So whether you pre-ordered late last year to early March, like March 1st, you did a $99 deposit and then had to pay the remaining $350 for $449, or you got in the early $449 price from up until July 1st, or later on for the $599 price, or if you got like the different conference specials that we had at the NFB and ACB for $50 off, whether you pay $549. So all those anywhere between $449, $549, or $599, everyone that pre-order is eligible for the Pioneers Edition. And what the Pioneers Edition is just anyone who, instead of us saying we need to delay again until next year, we wanted to deliver on what we promised, and anyone who's willing and able to work with us to be patient and accepting of any bugs and it not being perfect or polished, both from the software AI experience with like the beta features of like live AI and the book reading mode, and also the battery only being 30 minutes when you're using the live AI mode or Ira Be My Eyes. And that's more of a minimum battery requirement. We've found in testing that it could potentially be an hour and 15 minutes, but worst case scenario, we're kind of being more conservative with our but basically it's just more, we've played around with different names like First Edition or Founders Edition, but the Pioneers Edition isn't a different product. It is the EchoVision that everyone has been excited and passionate about and anxious to receive.
Okay, the next question is similar. What will be the price if we wait till Q1 for the new glasses? I guess the answer is to be the same price. Just the glasses has a little upgrade in its battery.
And the other difference, I'm thinking will probably be out of, because after October 29th, we'll be out of the pre-order window. And one of the primary perk that is available is no subscription cost. So if you wait until after October 29th, the AI service costs, there will be a subscription for that the customer and user will have to pay.
That is true. If you already pre-ordered and you want to wait until Q1 to receive your glasses, it'll be the same price. But if you have not pre-ordered and you order in Q1 next year, the price might be different as you will be charged for a subscription. And also other pre-order perks we have right now, like free charging case and free clip-on sunglasses may not be available at the time. So next question, will live AI be available in the glasses in Texas and Illinois?
So we don't have any geo restrictions as far as features not being available. Yeah, we understand that Texas and Illinois have different things as far as AI or kind of facial recognition, but we anywhere in the world, these features like live AI or people description will work.
Okay, next question. Can you recommend a wearable battery charger worn around the neck that you have mentioned in the past?
Yeah, so if anyone's interested in this direct link, feel free to contact at agiga.ai or it's also been posted to our Facebook and Google groups, and the link's been circulated there. But if you want to just generically look for it, it's if you look on for USB-C neckband battery pack, there are a variety of different ones, and the ones that we found are using is made mostly for VR headsets. So just look up USB-C neckband battery pack.
Okay, next question. Are there any plan to have wraparound clip-on sunglasses at some point or side shield that are tinted? Let me answer this one. We do have the plan. It's still under planning. I have to say we are planning to have this out, but right now, unfortunately, I do not have a date when that will be available.
Yeah, and kind of a little, I don't know if anyone had a chance to see the one that was Giga first showed at as a prototype back in the Vista Center Entrepreneur Pitch competition about a year ago in October. That was kind of more the wraparound style that I first experienced and thought was really, really nice and was excited about.
Yeah, we remember this. We'll come to this. And the next question, how can you easily pause live AI when starting a conversation with someone? How to easily continue AI description?
So there's two, once you double press the AI button, you go into live AI, and you can single press the AI button to start it. And it will just naturally, we've already done the prompt engineering and provided the kind of proper context. So it'll continuously describe whatever it sees. And if you want to know any specifics or any context that are details that you may be interested in particular, you can feel free to ask it at any point. And they'll either find or filter or kind of focus on what you ask.
And also, I think if you're using live AI, there's actually a mute button so that you can have a conversation with someone around you safely, and this will not trigger the live AI by mistake.
Yes, so
on
the we have a
right?
yeah, we have a touchpad sensor on the left side, and we have a tactile horizontal line, so you can feel where the you can tap for gestures, and if you do a single tap, it'll mute or unmute the microphone.
Okay, next question. Is there noise cancellation in the microphone?
Yeah, so we've done different, there's actually 4 microphones on the EchoVision, and we've tuned and optimized them for different purposes, for like echo cancellation. So if it doesn't hear its own AI voice and doesn't interrupt itself, and then also background noise, so we can kind of try to filter out. It's not going to be like guarantee because noise canceling headphones, you still hear some noise. And then the other microphones are more to pick up your voice.
Okay, next one. This is more of a statement other than a question. I'm so very excited about these glasses. I live in a very small town. Everyone here knows that I'm getting these glasses. I'm also going to do interview at the local radio station. Thanks so much to everyone at Agiga for creating a device that will greatly help all of us in the blind community. Oh, thank you so much, Donna, for what you wrote. Really appreciate it. Feedback like this is what has been motivated us to work so hard on this. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Donna. Appreciate the testimony and your statement of excitement. And kind of as a blind person myself in the blind community that I've worked in tech accessibility for quite a while, it's great to have to actually make something that's empowering, helpful, and useful, and directly benefits us blind people.
Okay, next question. Do you have to, let me see, I hope I got the question right. Do you have to have your iPhone or Android with you at all the time when out and about to use Agiga glasses?
So it works through Wi-Fi as far as the AI services or the human agents. So wherever you have Wi-Fi access, whether it be your home, office, school, library, or kind of airport, hotel, and so forth. But if you are out and about, you can either use the hotspot functionality from your smartphone, whether it be iPhone, Android, or blind shell, and or if you have like a dedicated physical hotspot device, it will work with any of those. It just needs a Wi-Fi internet, and which we have found to be reliable and work well. Some of the our beta testers who were sharing their testimony and their story with using EchoVision, they've found it to connect to the hotspot quickly and have a stable connection.
Next question. Can these glasses identify colors of clothing accurately?
Depending on lighting condition and like positioning, I mean, kind of, but given those factors, yes, it's able to identify color of clothing.
Okay, next question again about the auxiliary battery pack, which you can be worn around the neck and cable to the glasses. We're now selling this device, but you can buy them from Amazon.com. I'll share the link to the product later in the Q&A session. And also, I believe we have shared that in our Facebook group. We're going to share that again. Please join our Facebook group. It's called EchoVision Smart Glasses Users and Friends. Or join us in our Google group for discussions like this. And next question. If I have a recipe and I take a picture with glasses, can I then go step by step through the instructions? Is there a way to tell the glasses to go to the next step without having to take another picture?
Great feature request. Thank you for that suggestion. At the moment, whether it be scene description, text reading, or like the live AI, it kind of reads things from start to finish. There's the option to have it repeat, but as far as like text navigation or pausing and kind of resuming, we don't have that yet. But as part of the Pioneers Edition or a continued beta testing, we are taking feedback like that and prioritizing things that are highly requested.
Okay, my social worker wanted me to ask a question. Will there be a time where Medicaid or Medicare will cover part of the cost? Let me get to this one. Thank you so much for your interest. It's on our roadmap to get into the insurance so that it can be covered by Medicaid or Medicare. But you know, like for any product to get into insurance, it's a very long process. So it will take a while for us to get there, but we are going to work on this.
But I guess since you do have a connection with social worker, if you have anyone, it's kind of yeah, Sharon mentioned it's kind of what we're working on, but I guess my kind of role specifically is to figure out those sort of contacts or relationship. And if your social worker has somebody kind of with the powers that be or decision maker that can help facilitate that, please reach out to us, contact at giga.ai or 408-940-5215.
Okay, next question. Do the glasses recognize QR code or barcode natively? If there's a QR code, can I get more information somehow, like maybe on the app on my phone?
So at the moment, that would be kind of more of a feature request to be able to scan and recognize and provide the information off QR codes and barcodes. The main thing with EchoVision is more to give access to the visual world and describe that into an audio format. But do love that suggestion of be able to identify the information via QR code and barcode.
Okay, next question about pricing again. If I pre-order today, how much will it cost? It'd be $599 plus tax or shipping. Next question. When you pay, if you pre-order today, you'll pay $599. But we'll soon ask you to pay for the remaining, which includes the tax and shipping and other potential accessories if you do order prescription lenses. Next question. Can they definitely work with a blind shell Classic 2 and 3Z? Kevin?
So two parts to that. We've worked with like blind people directly who work at Blind Shell as well as users of Blind Shell, and it will work with the hotspot functionality as far as like the Wi-Fi internet on the Blind Shell. But our companion app only will run on Android 12 or later, and then also iOS, any kind of iPhone 8 or later. So the requirement in order to set up and initially configure the EchoVision requires the companion app. So I personally have talked with everyone who has pre-ordered, who uses Blind Shell, and asked them if they're able to connect with someone when they receive the EchoVision who has iPhone or Android to set up and use the companion app just for a few minutes and to connect it to like their Wi-Fi at their home, wherever else they are, plus their Blind Shell hotspot internet. And we've only done the pre-order with everyone who's been able to, and pretty much everyone has. So
okay, next question. I too cannot wait to get my hands on these glasses. I have experienced the potential of hands-free freedom with several smart glasses, and I believe in EchoVision. Okay, thank you for your comments. Next question. Let me see. I'll skip a few similar one, and also some people asking for the link. I'm going to send over the link. Okay, here's this one. Can the glasses work with a Braille display?
So I love that question, that feature request. That's something that I and other blind people who are as well as deafblind Braille display users have requested. It is something that we found to be like technically possible, but it's just a matter of finding the time and resources to properly connect that and make that available. So that's a feature that we are still have on the list to work on.
Okay, next question. Can you read a digital screen on the thermostat, like when trying to adjust or find out the temperature?
Yes, so EchoVision is able to read digital displays, and then some of our beta testers who shared testimony earlier were talking about using it to read thermostats for incubators, to read off different like cooking appliances, stove, ovens, different appliances, and yeah, so it's able to read off the displays.
Yeah, just I do have to remind you, if it's really small fonts, and under low lighting condition, it might be very challenging for the glasses to read it out. Other than that, it'd be good. And next question. It's question lots of people may be interested. Could I use a prompt to guide me straight ahead on the sidewalk using live AI?
So as far as like safety, navigation, or kind of orientation mobility, given it's really best to have proper orientation mobility skills and be able to use your cane or guide dog. Just given with like AI and like network and latency and kind of any possible lag or kind of delay that might happen, it's really not advisable to use it to tell you to maintain a straight line of travel or but what's interesting, kind of not, there are different places that have a tactile line or a tactile strip on the sidewalk, or these different pathways to tactily follow that you can feel with your feet or cane. It's not as I've seen it some at more kind of modern transit stations like BART here in the Bay Area, some of the Milpitas or Berryessa BART stations in the South Bay have them. And then also if anyone's in different parts of Asia, like Japan and Korea, it's pretty pervasive there. Just about every walking path has these tactile strips that you can, tactile lines that you can feel with your feet in line to maintain a straight line of travel.
Okay, next question. Will glasses be able to connect to WeWalk2 app for smart cane so that you could hear info via glasses as Bluetooth earbuds?
Yes. So EchoVision does work as Bluetooth headset with your phone. So whatever, including WeWalk 2, there's app, you can hear the audio output on the EchoVision.
Next question. Can you comment on how well the glasses work in the dark?
So it does require some level of light. It's using a camera. We don't have any like night vision or additional like sensors. We don't have a flashlight or kind of anything on it to work in a pitch black dark environment. So yeah, it's best to have some sort of light source to illuminate what you're trying to identify or have described.
Okay, next question. We have only 3 questions left. So next question is, do you have a roadmap for apps being added to the glasses? For example, OKO, Netherlands, etc.
So we have had different apps requested, and we're gonna send out like a Google Form survey with the different apps that we've heard, like some of the ones you mentioned, plus others, and try to get more of a stack ranking or ones that are more popular to prioritize. The thing is, we technically run an Android, so we can, in theory, run whatever is available on the Play Store, but we want to be more mindful and thoughtful and strategic about working directly with these different app developers to make sure it works, it's helpful, useful, and actually an effective and efficient experience on EchoVision as opposed to just porting over a phone app onto glasses.
Okay, as I just said, there were three. One more question came, so we still have three more even after answering one more questions. So here's this question. I filled out the Pioneer survey and submitted my prescription, but there are multiple prescriptions on that one page. I'm not sure what this question means, because when you submit your prescription, you should upload a file, and that is your prescription that we're going to use for the lens.
Yeah, so I guess to clarify, like with the lens type option for this, if you have prescription, you should specify that you do have prescription, and we have an option to attach or upload your prescription. And we would just need your latest or most current prescription that you're using in like glasses.
So I recommend this person, could you please email us? I just send you the email. It's more specific. We'll take a look at your case if you email us. So next question, what transit real-time arrival departure system does the glasses work with?
So we connect with the Transit app or Transit API. So it's more intended to provide you like a route schedule and preview, as far as being able to say like navigate or transit directions to whatever point of interest or address, and tell you how to get there and when and where to transfer. As far as, for example, like walk to whatever intersection, catch the bus this time, go in this line or direction, transfer to this train at this stop, catching this line or direction at this time. It doesn't provide you like real time as you're kind of moving. And that's because it can work as a Bluetooth headset, so you can use the transit app on your phone or move it or any number of other transit apps to give you that real time turn by turn or navigation information as you're moving, and you can hear the audio output on the EchoVision.
And next question, how do I connect the glasses to the iPhone hotspot?
So similar to any, so you would go like on iPhone, you go to settings, personal hotspot, and make sure you turn on the personal hotspot. By default, it should be on, or also you can, if you're somebody that maybe turns the hotspot on and off, you can also use Siri and say turn on hotspot or turn off hotspot. And in that personal hotspot screen will indicate the Wi-Fi name and password, which you can also change to whatever makes sense for you or is easier to remember or input. So that's where you find and turn on the personal hotspot on your iPhone. And once it's on, you go into the EchoVision companion app, tap activate settings in the bottom right corner, select Wi-Fi. It will show a list of Wi-Fi available. You select your hotspot in that list, type in the password, and select connect. And once it's connected, it will remember the Wi-Fi. So you just need to make sure then your hotspot's on when you're wanting to use the EchoVision when you're out and about.
Okay, there's a comment about low lighting condition. He said for about $20, you can purchase a rechargeable headlamp from Amazon. Thank you for your tips. Next question, is there a LED light when taking pictures or video?
Yes, on the left side, when you feel that the EchoVision, it may feel like there's also a camera there, but so on the top right corner, as you're wearing it on the outside, there's a camera that you can feel. And on the top left corner, there's an LED indicator. And that turns on when you're either taking pictures or videos for privacy, to let sighted people around you know that a camera is being used.
Okay, next question. Let me take this one. What version of Android is running on the glasses? and how much RAM and storage does it have? Unfortunately, I do not have them. I do not have this answer on top of my head about which Android version is running, but I do not think it has direct impact on you, as we do not expose Android system to our customers directly. As to how much RAM or storage, it has 2 gig of RAMs and 32 gig storage, which is enough to save lots of videos and pictures. Okay, the
Yeah, I
last
think the Android version, I guess to let people know, it's not running with the absolute latest Android. It might be a version or two behind because those latest Android are more made for phones and more powerful devices.
Yep. And the last question we have is, will the glasses also work on hotel Wi-Fi network?
So things that are called hotel or airport or different Wi-Fi networks, they call them like captive portal, that when you log in, you might have to just put in like your hotel room number, or you might like even Starbucks has this where you have to like agree or accept different terms and conditions. At the time, EchoVision doesn't support those. EchoVision supports like open Wi-Fi networks where you can just select and join, or ones that you have to type in password and connect. So any ones that like the yeah, that require password and you can just log in.
Okay, well, here comes a more of a comment rather than a question. If the glasses could recognize a QR code, then it could connect to a Wi-Fi a little easier because it can share the internet access through the QR code. Okay, thank you for this comment. There are 2 people who raise their hands. Maybe we can open up their mic, allow them to ask this question. Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
Here's a person with phone number end with 888. I already invite you to talk. If you can mute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. Hi, my name is Bob. And my question is, when you are using the EchoVision, how loud is the voice? In other words, if I were to example be in, let's say, church, for example, and I were to ask the EchoVision were to be reading something to me, let's say from a manual or maybe even from my Bible or whatever, can the voice be heard by external people standing around, or would I need to use, let's say, a Bluetooth headphone set?
So the EchoVision is more like the speakers aren't like supposed to be like loudspeakers. It's more personal audio, discrete that you're supposed to hear. But depending on, you can adjust the volume with the touchpad sensor on the left side, so you can decrease it, or if you find it too loud, or also in the companion app, you can adjust the audio volume. But if it is super quiet and somebody's super close and you have the EchoVision volume turned up, they might be able to hear some of it. But if you're concerned about like absolute privacy and discrete access to your information, then we also EchoVision, a unique feature, or one of our many unique features, is to be able to connect to like a Bluetooth headset, hearing aids, or speakers. So you can connect it to whatever earphones or headphones you have. So you can be 100% certain that you are the only one that hears it.
And one more question. On the reading mode, does the EchoVision recognize columns?
So we have a couple of different reading modes. We have like where you can just do the straight book reading mode. That at the moment is more just gonna read text, like kind of more simple, not any complicated columns. But if you use like the AI, like scene description, that's able to more use the power of AI to describe different columns and kind of identify to be more interactive.
Okay. And I did pre-order back in November of 24. So then do you think I will be one of the 300 that would be getting the Pioneer Edition?
Assuming you signed up, we using the newsletter we sent out like late last week, and you provided us that you wanted to be in the Pioneers Edition, your shipping information lens type, you should be in.
Sounds good to me. All right, sir. Thank you for answering my questions. I appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to getting the classes. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate your
Thank
support.
you. Talking about this, one thing I like to mention about the eligibility of joining this program is you should be able to return the devices through the shipping label we provided at the time you're going to upgrade to a different hardware. The reason why we say this because some people are not able to receive packages through FedEx or USPS, or unable to do device return through a return label. That will make it very challenging for you to return the device and receive the upgraded one. So if you answered no to the last question of the survey, if you can return the device through FedEx, that actually may hamper your eligibility to be able to receive the devices. If your address is not convenient for returning devices, maybe consider using an address that can easily do a FedEx return.
And I guess the thing with us kind of blind people is kind of transportation or kind of getting to places. A benefit that FedEx has is beyond their ability to you drop by a FedEx and to a ship center and ship things off. There's also the option that makes it more accessible and usable for us is to be able to schedule a pickup. So with the prepaid return label we provide, people are able to contact FedEx and schedule a pickup at their home or wherever.
Yes, we provide this pickup option. I will provide this return shipping label, and just want to make sure you are okay with this, and you check the box with yes without question. Okay, there's a comment about shipping in Canada, saying there are strike with Canada Post, and we have to ship using FedEx or UPS. Okay, thank you very much for the information. We will be aware of this using a valid shipping method.
Yeah, we are using FedEx. And Sharon, you said there was another person that wanted to do audio question.
There are a few more hands raised, and let's invite next person, Vivian, to talk.
Go ahead, Vivian.
Good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank you both for the effort, the great effort for this development. I sincerely appreciate it and looking forward to it. My question is, I do own Meta glasses and I have used it often outdoors. In locations such as malls and restaurants, it has been loud, in which the glasses picks up other voices. Will the Agigas have this issue?
So the way we've addressed that is on the touchpad sensor on the left side, you can tap it once to mute the mute or unmute the microphone. So if you found yourself in a louder situation like you're talking about in like malls or shopping centers or kind of you're able to mute the microphone. So it's still able to. And our live AI mode, the way it works is we prompt it in a way that it'll continuously describe things in a meaningful and purposeful way for us blind people.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for the question.
Okay, we have next person. Let me unmute him. So it's a person with phone number ending with 1735. Hello.
If you're able to unmute and ask your question, go for it.
Yes, I'm wondering if you have not pre-ordered, you have not done anything with this device, but you'd like to. Where do you go to pre-order?
EchoVision.agiga.ai or shop.agiga.ai.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your interest. To the next person.
Who's next? What's her name?
So, Marianne,
Hello,
you can talk now.
Go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I just have a question. I'm not quite understanding. I want to order. I'm in the Pioneer part, the program, and I want to order the glasses with prescription. And I don't understand what you're saying about shipping them back. When people pre-order the Pioneer glasses, if I order these with prescription, is this my final pair?
So with the Pioneers Edition, so you would select, it sounds like you may have already filled out the form, but just want to confirm that you select the prescription and that you upload your prescription. So the Pioneers Edition aren't the perfect or polished version. So they aren't the final version. When the final version is going to come out early next year, so Q1, sometime between January and March of 2026. And the benefit or perk with being the Pioneers Edition is you're able to return it at any time, kind of no risk, and you 100% money back, including the prescription or any accessories. And where we have to upgraded hardware, which is mostly the primary change, is going to be the increased battery capacity. And at that time, we're going to reach out to the Pioneers Edition program people with a FedEx return label asking for you to send back the Pioneers Edition. And once we receive the Pioneers Edition, we'll ship you out the final version, which will include the everything that you requested as far as the lens type, accessories, and so forth, including your prescription.
Okay, so it's no extra cost or anything then.
No.
So, okay, all right.
Yeah, so after you pay for the final shipping, tax, and any applicable things as far as the initial Pioneers Edition for the prescription, after you pay that, there's no more additional costs. You sending back the glasses, us sending you back the new glass, the final version, and the prescriptions and so forth. Beyond that, after October 29th, once we send yours, there's no more cost. We're covering the shipping cost both ways and upgraded hardware.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you very much. Can't wait.
Thank you. Appreciate your support and excitement.
Bye-bye.
Sharon, who's next to our audio question?
Asumi, please unmute yourself.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, hi, it's Masumi from New Zealand.
Oh, hello. Hey, Kiwi.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, just to clarify, I received the Pioneers questionnaire, which I filled out. I ordered in early October last year, and now I understand you're saying that we cannot get the Pioneers glasses shipped to us. Is that correct?
So what we've said all along for anyone who's pre-ordered and including the Pioneers Edition is we're only shipping directly to US and now Canada. And the thing that we've advised for anyone international outside of the US is if you are very excited, eager, and anxious to get the EchoVision, is you can there are a variety of different third-party forwarding services.
Yeah, I've done that. I've entered a forwarding service.
Then you're
But
good.
did you say that we're not eligible to get the Pioneers Edition?
The challenge is it's not one shipment, right? It's multiple shipments. It's actually 3, right? You have to return your device to that forwarding address so that we can recycle that. And then we ship you a new device to this address again. If you are okay with all these complications, yes, we do not limit you from using it.
Good.
But you have to get the device to the address where you receive it, because that's what the shipping label is designed for.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
assuming you're able to use the forwarding service for those 3 shipments, then we're good.
What about paying for shipping directly to you? Is that an option? Like I can ship them back to you?
If you're okay with paying that and you don't want to use a return label, that's fine too.
We do not recommend that because we want to make it easy for our customers.
Oh yeah.
But if you're overseas, then thank you so much for your passion.
Thank you. Okay. Bye.
Yeah, appreciate your excitement and passion and great question.
Thank you.
Okay, next person, hold on. It's Rosemary.
You hear me okay?
Yes.
You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello.
I just wanted to ask you guys, if I get into the Pioneer group and then in that January, February, March, whatever, to get to return and get the real or whatever, the upgraded product, is that the time where there would be an availability of color choice?
No. So things like color choices, styles, and sizes, that will come later, probably in like a version 2. That's not the only change with the final version is the extra capacity battery.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, now here's JR.
Hey, JR.
Please unmute yourself. Hi, JR, you're still muted. Please unmute yourself.
There you go.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
First of all, Kevin, thank you very much for holding my hand through this whole journey. It's been wonderful. I admire, and it's great what you're doing for the blind community, number one. I have a 2-part question. Will I be able to make and receive phone calls through my glasses, number one? And number 2, if I call my wife, would she be able to see through the camera of the glasses what's in front of me if I needed that? Thank you.
Thank you, JR. Yeah, it's been a pleasure and honor to work alongside with you and kind of support your journey throughout the EchoVision. And it's available to our entire EchoVision community, whether it be through our Facebook group, Google groups, as well as our contact email and our phone number, which Sharon posted links to in our the chat here. Your first question about it working with the phone calls, and so any audio in and or out from your phone, the EchoVision will work as a Bluetooth headset so you can use it as you would any earphones or headphones to communicate or hear information. Your second question about kind of a video call, that unfortunately is not available. So the only human agents we support are either the professional agent or Be My Eyes, the volunteer.
Okay, and just to expand a little more on the facial recognition, has that been already fully developed, or is that still a work in progress?
So the feature is there, but we're still working on the smoothness and the accuracy of the algorithm.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
very,
then
very much.
Yeah, so it's able to identify and recognize faces, and the other thing we're still finalizing is the ability to like have the interface within the app or the glasses to be able to register or enroll people's faces and identify them by name and title.
Oh, my last question, I just popped into my mind. I will be able to read a menu in a restaurant depending on the lighting, correct? Will
Yes,
it read the
absolutely.
Okay, thank you very,
You
very
know,
much.
you can either have it read the entire menu from start to finish, or you can use like the scene description or like the to ask it for specific questions. If you're, let's say you want to either summarize or you're interested in only particular categories, you can use the scene description and prompt it.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. I'm very excited, and thank you again for everything that you're doing for the community. God bless you both.
Thank you. Appreciate your excitement and great question.
Thank you. Okay, Kevin, while we answer these people's question, there are more questions from the Q&A session. So there's one question about Wi-Fi in Target or Walmart. Do you have much experience on Wi-Fi in Target or Walmart? Do they require a portal?
There's our captive portal. So unfortunately those aren't supported. But what has worked in those situations is using personal hotspot from the iPhone.
Yeah, I do believe we have the plan to support a portal, but it just not at launch. It may take a little bit of time for that to be supported. And next question, I'm trying to understand this. Is there a talking portable charger brick? I don't want to wear a battery around my neck and want to have an accessible charger.
So atguys.com, this JJ Meadow is blind, and he's kind of a really great at curating accessible talking technology. He's blind himself, but there is I don't think it talks, but it makes it does both haptic vibration as well as auditory sounds to indicate the charge level, and it's a battery pack. So go to atguys.com.
Okay, let me answer this. Okay, next question. So let me see. Will features on errors such as muting work on glasses?
Yes. Yeah, you can mute the article.
Okay, next question is, I use a virtual service called Visual Eye Access, which simply use WhatsApp and the camera on the glasses. Will this work on the glasses?
At the moment, we don't have support for WhatsApp, so no.
Okay, we have another raised hand. I guess it's the last question we're going to answer. Let me invite this person. Okay, Donna, you can unmute yourself now.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry I have so many questions, but I do. I was at Walmart probably a week or two ago, and they make their little announcements over the intercom, and I'm not sure if everyone's aware of this, but Walmart has partnered with Era, and as long as you're shopping in Walmart, it's free to use Era. I just wanted to let everybody know that.
Yep, both Walmart and Target are IR access locations, and with EchoVision, you're able to use IR sponsored by those merchants, hands-free.
Okay, that was going to be my question. Would I be able to use Era in Walmart and still be able to use it for free?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And there's actually one more question from chat. So it's a very interesting question. I'm going to take on this one. So if you get a new device until you have sent back the old one, would that mean you could be without a device for a little while? I understand the reasons behind this, but it's a little bit concerning that you could have got quite rely on it, using it every day for at least 30 minutes. Thank you for the question, Louis. We're still thinking of trying to nail out the logistics on the order. We'll try to make sure we get the devices recycled, reused, sent back, and also to have the minimum impact on the customers. As you said, having been using it 30 minutes per day, you already got a habit. You cannot live without it. So as to time, we'll optimize the process to make sure it has a minimum impact on you. Thank
Well, we
you.
can put, I mean, worst case scenario, you might be without the EchoVision for 2 weeks between you sending it back and us sending you back. You sending back the Pioneers Edition, us sending you the final edition. But we can potentially figure out ways of expediting or make that efficient and effective of like once you send back the Pioneers Edition and we have tracking confirmation from FedEx that it's on the way, we can kind of figure this out offline. If we can then, once we have that guarantee from FedEx, we can potentially ship out the final edition at that time to make it cut that time of you not having EchoVision in half to just a week.
Okay. That's all the questions we have today. We answered like 53 online questions and 5 raised hands. Thank you so much for your passion about EchoVision. And we're a little bit over time. And thank you so much for the people who are still here with us. And in the future, if you have more questions, you can reach out to us through the Facebook group or the Google group, or you can email us at contact@agiga.ai, or you can call us at phone number 408-940-5215. Again, it's 408-940-5215. Thank you so much for staying with us today and for your continued support. Together, let's make EchoVision the best smart glasses for the blind and low vision community. We can't wait to get EchoVision into your hands, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Agiga's mission is to empower every life, and we're doing with EchoVision a helpful and useful product by, with, and for blind people. Have a great day, everyone. Appreciate your support and encouragement and excitement and passion.
Bye-bye. Thank you.